Can I wear slippers on board? Do I need to wear a bow tie? Do I need to sit with other people? Can I phone the ship? All these questions are always asked by first-time cruisers and cruisers heading on another cruise line. Today, we're going to see if we can answer them. I'm Tom from Cruising with the 4Bs. Let's jump on board.
Hi Tom, can I turn up when I want on embarkation day?
You'll be given a allotted time a few weeks before your cruise. Try and stick to that, otherwise it does cause queues at the terminals. Don't forget as well, there isn't many facilities at the cruise terminal, so if you're asked to wait to your allotted time, there won't be really much to do.
Can I take on as much luggage as I want?
Yes, you can take as much luggage as you like, as long as you're driving, getting a taxi or train to the port. If you're flying, then you will have to stick to the rules of the airline. So if you're flying to the Caribbean, find out what luggage you're allowed to take. And don't forget the weight of the case. If it's going to be a heavy case, then try and spread it out over a load of different cases, because there will be handlers handling that, so over 23 kilograms. And also don't forget storage. You're going to have to store this case somewhere. You're also going to have to store your clothes somewhere and whatever else you take on board. So remember that, because otherwise you're going to fill up your room with suitcases.
Will I have to sit with others in the main dining room?
On board, it's a cruise tradition to sit with other people on the cruise line and get to know other people. But for many, many different reasons, sometimes you don't want to be sitting with other people and you just want to sit with your family. Once you get to the main restaurant, just inform them that you're just like the four of you or the two of you. It may take a little longer, but they will accommodate you with a table just for your party size.
Will there be tea and coffee facilities in my room?
On British cruise lines and lines that are based in the UK for, let's say, the summer season, then yes, you will get tea and coffee facilities in the room. P&O, Royal Caribbean from the UK, MSC from the UK, they know how much we love a good cuppa. So we'll have facilities in each cabin as you leave Southampton or wherever you're leaving from in the UK. But do remember, any Americans watching or anybody from Europe, or if you are from the UK and you're heading abroad, then other parts of the world, you won't get tea and coffee facilities in the room.
Is it cold on board the ship?
No, it's not. To be fair, on all the cruises we did last year, we did 6, that we never felt cold, we never felt too warm. They try and keep it to around 19 to 20 degrees. Obviously, if you're near doors for the outside area, it's going to feel like whatever the weather is at that time. If it's a hot climate, they're obviously going to have the air conditioning inside. If it's cold, they're going to have the heating on. So all I can say on this subject is we've never ever felt the temperature. Never gone walking around and said, oh, it's a bit cold, it's a bit hot. They try and keep it just in the middle, around 19 degrees.
Can I use more than one payment type per cabin?
Yes, you can. You can put one card for one cabin, so at the end of the cruise, all of that's paid off. Or also you can put a different card to each room key and you can pay into your own account. So if you're going with a group of friends, perfect way of doing it. If you need help, go and speak to them at reception.
Will there be a fridge inside of my cabin?
Yes, cruise cabins do have fridges. One word of warning though, sometimes you will get a fully stocked fridge, and if you take food and drink out of that fridge, you will be charged. A couple of things you can do is on MSC, if you take things out of the fridge, those need to be replaced. So if you're on the drinks package and there's a can of Coke, by the end of the cruise the night before, you need to make sure that can of Coke is back in there, otherwise you are charged. And then other cruise lines, etc., they don't have anything in those fridges, they're just there for your use.
Can I bring my own drink on board?
Yes, you can. On most cruise lines, and each cruise line, it will be in their T's and C's and also readily available on your booking form of how much you can take on board. Every single cruise line, it's for your cabin only. One of the most generous ones is P&O, where you can take as much soft drinks as you can. It can save an absolute fortune to be drunk in your cabin. You can also have a litre of alcohol, whether that's rum, whether that's a bottle of wine. Other cruise companies like Royal Caribbean, you're allowed to take a litre of wine on board. Plenty of variations of it, but I would urge you to take a look because it can save an absolute fortune if you take your drinks on board. There is some companies, MSC, you can't take no drinks on board. So no soft drinks, no alcohol drinks, it's all banned. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. And also don't forget to consider subscribing to this channel. We have some amazing cruise content coming. Ship tours, food reviews, activity reviews, embarkation day. We have it all this year. We have 6 cruises coming up, including P&O, MSC, Cunard and Royal Caribbean. So don't forget, consider subscribing and give us a like.
Can I email a specific ship?
There'll always be an email that you can email the ship. So if you need to speak to someone, if there's a lot of sea days, then head to their website and you'll be able to find out their email address. Maybe it's a good thing to give to relatives if they need to get hold of you.
Can I call the ship if I need to get hold of somebody on board?
Yes, you can as well. There'll be a phone number for each ship. It does cost a lot of money. I think it was around £5.
Do I have to dress up every night?
Most cruise lines will have formal nights, and it's a bit more stricter depending on what cruise line you're going on. And as always, go and check on their website for the exact details. But generally, on a cruise line, you're going to get 1 or 2 formal nights per cruise, sometimes a bit more, depending on the company. Like Cunard will have a few more formal nights. And on those nights, there'll be places like the main restaurant, different bars, where you're asked to dress up. And it doesn't have to be a bow tie. It can be a smart suit and dresses for the ladies. And that's the one night where in those places, you're asked to dress up. Now, I would say our experience, about 95% of the people on the cruise will dress up. Now, if it really isn't for you, I would say give it a whirl. Even if you're somebody that doesn't dress up ever, it is a great night, but there will always be places on the ship where you don't have to dress up. For example, the buffet on the ship. So take a look at the website, but general is no, you don't have to dress up, but you will be restricted on certain nights. Other nights will be smart casual, and that's things like roll necks, a nice shirt, trousers and shoes. The only rules they generally have on cruise ships is in the daytime you can wear what you like, but obviously no swimwear in the restaurants and inside, and you have to wear shoes unless you are around the pool or in the pool. Obvious stuff like no offensive t-shirts. Other cruise lines, formal night is not such a big, it is a big thing, but the dressing up is not as big thing. For example, MSC, you'll find people in bow ties, you'll find people in t-shirts.
Do I have to pay to go to the shows?
No, you don't. Theatre shows are included. Some cruise lines like MSC do have on certain ships like Virtuosa, they have some paid shows, which normally includes a cocktail. But in general, the theatre shows are all included. Your entertainment is included in your price. Always going to be free shows. There's always going to be packed full of entertainment every evening.
Can I use cash in the bars?
No. Cruise ships are a pay at the end of the cruise. You obviously use your onboard credit first, and then you'll get a bill at the end of your cruise, so you can't just pay with cash at the thing.
Can I wear slippers on board?
Yes, why not? In the daytime, as long as it's not formal night and you're in the main restaurant. I love this question. I saw it on Facebook. Excellent question. But yeah, if you want to walk around in the day in slippers, why not? You enjoy it. Pipe, unless you're in the casino on certain ships, is not allowed.
What will the weather be like and the sea condition?
General answer to this one. So for example, if you're going to Mediterranean like we went in July and August, you're pretty much certain you're going to have nice weather and it's going to be hot, hot, hot. If you're going to, like we are shortly going to Germany in the middle of winter, we know it's going to be pretty cold. But as far as that, it's very, very hard to answer. Are we going to get snow? Don't know. Are we going to rain every day? We don't know. So it's a very, very hard question to answer. You can answer it generally, and it's a valid question to ask. A lot, for example, Norway in the summer. Very valid question, people that have been on, because Norway can have a lot of rain, sometimes the temperature is lower. So they're all valid questions, but it's a very, very hard question to answer. A lot of times you have to say, unless I would say you're going to the Mediterranean, in July and August, I would take clothing for nearly all weathers. And as far as the seas, yes, there are certain places, the Bay of Biscay, other places that are notorious for bad seas. But again, it's unpredictable. You can get it in the summer, you can get it in the winter. We went on a Christmas cruise, went to the Bay of Biscay, smooth. Once we went out the Bay of Biscay, it was a nightmare for like 3 days. You can get calm seas, rough seas, bad weather, all the way through the year and wherever you are in the world.
Do I need to dress up for embarkation?
I like this question as well. No, you know cruise line is going to insist that you wear a suit on embarkation.
Is it better to book with a travel agent?
I would say compare. I would not say just book your cruise either with a travel agent or with direct with the cruise line. We use a great travel agent and 99% of the time she gets us a great price. But I'd always compare with the cruise line first of all, and then you can always ask your travel agent if they can match it. You can join us on Twitter, TikTok and Instagram. Just search us, Cruising with the 4Bs. Daily updates. And if you're a cruise fan, you don't want to miss it.
Can I take a tour of the ship?
Yes, you can. Just ask at reception. Most cruise lines do one ship tour per cruise.
Should I tip the crew?
If you want to, yes. You will know before getting on that if your tips are included, if you've got to pay at the end, like Royal Caribbean. But if you want to tip them something different, maybe you want to get your cabin steward some toiletries, you want to leave some money in the cabin, then you do that. It will be most appreciated.
With added gratuities, can I take these off?
Yes, you can, but I'd only say do this if there's a good reason, really, really good reason, because companies say they do give the tips directly to the crew, and I've got no reason to say that they don't.
Should I get the drinks package?
This question comes up a lot, and I would say it's an impossible question to answer unless you go and work out how much you drink a day and how much the drinks package is. When's it on offer? I'm going to pop a link down in the description to Cruise Mummy's calculator. We always use that to work out. She has the cruise line, how much the cruise drinks are. You load what you generally drink in a day, and then it will give you whether it's worth getting drinks package. I would say research. A lot of the drinks packages have some restrictions, and you've got to find out what those restrictions are, what drinks are included, because your favourite drink might not be. For example, on P&O they have a certain cut-off point, and then all the cocktails above that are not included. You just get like 10% off. So you really need to do your research. There's plenty of stuff out there. There's plenty of videos on YouTube where you can compare your prices of drinks package. And it really is an individual thing. For example, sometimes it's only one beer is available on tap. If that's your favourite beer, then go for the drinks package because you'll be absolutely loving it. There may only be not premium rum, for example, on the drinks package. And if you don't drink that type of rum, then you're going to be stumped. So all I would say is don't get on board and then expect certain drinks because you haven't done your research. Do your research, go to the calculator, work it all out. It's going to be a personal thing, and wait for offers.
Can I smoke in the casino?
On certain ships, yes. On certain Royal Caribbean and MSC ships, be aware of this. And it's always going to be half of the casino.
Are there adult-only cruise ships?
Yes, there is. For example, Aurora, Arcadia on P&O is adults only. There's other adult-only ships over there. Do your research. Some cruise lines like Disney Cruise Line have the best adult-only areas at sea. So also take a look at them if you want to just get away from it all. You don't mind cruising with kids, but you want to get away from it all, check out them.
Can I make a phone call on board?
Yes, but I would avoid it. It's really expensive. So only really do it when you are, if you like it, for example, an emergency. When you're in port, obviously make sure you've got roaming on. You can phone when you're in port. Sometimes at sea, if you're close to land as well, you can connect with the local network. But I would advise do not use your mobile at sea unless you really have to, or unless you're doing it through the Wi-Fi package which you've got.
Do I need a specific type of insurance to cruise?
Yes, you do. Make sure your Insurance includes cruise.
Why do some ships not have a deck 13?
Unlucky. So if you're on a European line like MSC, there'll be no 17. If you're on a British line, American line, you have no 13. It's unlucky to have these decks on board.
Thank you for answering all of my cruise questions, Tom.
Thanks for watching. If you have got a cruise question, pop them down in the comments below. If you'd like to add anything to any of the questions that we've covered today, then again, pop it down in the comments or contact us through Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We'll see you soon on Cruising with the 4Bs. Iona's just around the corner. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. If you press on the screen now, you'll be able to see our guide to Arvia. See you soon. Happy cruising!